Dan hates romantic comedies because he hates the idea of people cheating on people, and he's convinced that every romantic comedy is about people cheating on people. And recently Dan and I got in a very, very big fight because I never ask Dan to watch romantic comedies with me, but I wait till he's asleep. And then I put on a romantic comedy, and I was watching the 5-Year Engagement with Alison Brie from your fucking show.
It wasn't a 5-year engagement.
No, but he was asleep.
It was a 2-year relationship, and then they broke up for 2 years, and then they got back together.
Harmon, you didn't watch the movie.
I watched enough of it.
You didn't watch any of it. He woke up in the middle, like in a fever dream, and it was like, the fucking romantic comedies, movie industry, you cheat on somebody, get together, and no, I want to be with somebody, and I kiss them. Like, insane. I realize I want to be with you because I kissed this person, then we're in love, that fucking they make a million movies.
It's like going to a salt restaurant. It's a seasoning. Romance is a fucking seasoning. It's not a plot point. Adam, you're killing me. You're killing me.
No, I don't disagree with you. He hadn't watched the movie. I watched it when he was asleep. I leaned over and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Dan. Don't be upset. And I kissed him. He shoved me off of him, and he's like, fucking cheating, he just associated me with the cheating in the movie.
You're not putting this. I talk in my sleep.
He was asleep,
and I was asleep. That's not. You're making everyone think I'm a weird Scarface like character. I talk in my sleep
with all this cocaine and then these guns, and they were his friends.
I talk in my sleep. Will you tell him the thing I said? What was the thing?
Which thing? You talk in the sleep. You sleep all the time.
The shittles thing.
Dan talks in the sleep all the time, and sometimes I can understand it. And I write it down, and it sounded like a movie pitch. And
I can remember it.
He said it's the 70s.
I said it's the 70s.
But it's the 70s. What was the middle part of it?
They're all shooting us.
Yeah, they're all shooting us. Companion. Shittles. Shittles.
It was like a pitch. It sounds good. I'm developing in my sleep. It's the 70s in a world where disco is the way you dance, and bullets are what you use. Shittles. Don't make them angry. They'll dance all over you with their poop.
They'll dance all over you.
I'm just saying, you. Here's the thing about movies.
Yeah.
You can just make them up as you go.
Speaking of making them up, Dan and I did an improvised movie like a month ago.
Where's this going?
Could we get a suggestion of a moody title?
Wait, you want to close the show with more improv movie things? Can we hash out the rom-com thing? Because when you and I talk about it and there's no one else around, it's seriously, I swear to God, it sounds like a bit. We've never fought about anything more severely. Here's
the thing: I never make you watch them, and you get mad at me for watching them, and then tell me that it's not a big deal that I watch them. I don't make you watch them.
I just don't want. You don't make me watch them, but then I go like, well, I go to the sci-fi fantasy section, and you kind of like, come on, you roll your eyes a little bit.
No, I don't. The time that you're talking about was after a very big fight we had, where you were in the wrong, and I made a bit saying like, well, I thought you were gonna go
exactly.
And then it became
we got in a fight about something else. You went to the bathroom,
and
I started picking out a movie, and I came back and you looked at the section I was looking in, which is what I would like to call movies about things.
But Dan, I watch exclusively sci-fi with you. I don't make you watch anything you don't want to watch. I like watching sci-fi. I like watching all those things. I'm perfect.
You came back from the bathroom and you looked that I was surfing through movies that are about like time travel and spaceships and lasers and stuff, and you went, well, I guess you weren't that sorry. Like as if I owed you, because we had a fight and then we made up. Now I got to watch fucking Jason Segel and James Franco travel across the country together. Because I don't.
This is where we had the fight. The fight started because I made a joke like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna turn on some romantic comedies." So he's like, "Well, what do you want? Jason Segel's Stephen Carell?" Like as if that's those are the only movies I like. I like romantic comedies. Those guys make my romantic comedies. I watch every single romantic comedy.
Yeah.
But like I know they're shitty.
Well,
Dan, are we really
Jesus,
gonna have
I know
this
that
fight in
movies
front of
about
your
octopus
children?
monsters are shitty, but they're about something. It's like there's always a guy, no matter how bad.
Yeah, and I don't
the movie is.
discourage you from watching them ever.
You didn't when you came out of the bathroom.
No, it was a fucking bit.
God damn it!
It was a bit. It was a bit.
You're a bit. You're a human bit, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm just saying. Movies about people that fall in love and then fall out of love and then fall in love again. It's like eating ketchup.
They're not fucking for you.
You can
Don't
put that
watch
ketchup
them.
on a movie about an octopus monster. You can have a guy invent an octopus monster while he's falling in love with someone. And you can have the octopus monster be the reason they fall out of love. And then they can fall back in love because they beat the octopus monster. It's ketchup. The movies that are popular, like it's just fucking the mushrooms on
Fine.
top of the steak. Like just
You're
you can't,
right.
If you only eat those, you'll die.
Like. I'm not arguing it. I watch all of those movies with you.
And the ancient Greeks didn't. So
You're the most high maintenance, difficult person on
I
the
can't hear
face
you
of
right
the
now.
planet.
I can't hear you because I have a bigger point to make, which is that we've been telling stories for 60,000 years. Pulled that number out of my ass.
Guys,
it doesn't matter. You can play as many sound effects as you want. We have been telling stories for 60,000 years. If you drew that line on a piece of paper and you illustrated the portion of it that represented us telling stories about monsters eating people and people beating them and people like with weird shit in them, it would be like 90% of it. So we only just now invented like the idea that you can make a whole movie about a dude being not into somebody. It's fucking dumb. Who cares if you're not into her? It's not a movie. Be not into her and have a robot. Have a robot. I'm angry.
I don't think you're wrong.
What
The
about
argument
Deadly
is over-
Friend? That was about a guy. He liked a girl and she died and then he turned her into a robot. That's pretty cool.
We have to end this show.
Yeah, because it's become about a man and a woman's relationship. So they hate it. You know, if a fucking monster came up on stage right now, like they'd be like, "I'm in this for 3 more hours. Let me see 6 more of them." There's no such thing as a series of romantic comedies that goes to like 12 movies. Jason Voorhees has been slashing people apart forever. It's like he's a crazy fucking guy that kills people. He does it in space. He does it in the 1800s.
You know,
Even the Leprechaun can sustain a franchise longer than a fucking guy and a girl going, "I don't know if I want to get married."
Daniel James Harmon, I know before I was saying, like, look, this isn't about that, and I like those movies, and I also like the movies you like, but you've convinced me. Perhaps we should not be together. You've made it very clear. You like monster movies, I like blowjobs and making dinner, so I think that perhaps we should part ways, and you should be with a woman that's better suited for you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to our breakup show.
I guess that's how it ends.
Really quick, I'm always very vulnerable after relationships, and listen, this throat is super deep. And I'll listen to you. I have this problem where I just like listen to you, and I'm really interested in things. I'm like really smart and just stupid. So if you want me to listen to you and talk to you for a while and blow you and love you and care about you, then I'm available. I'm also I know this is a big bummer, but I'm not crazy or like emotionally dysfunctional. I don't think so.
Okay, all right. So
I'll be in the parking lot
and I'm
on
just
my
gonna
knees.
I'm gonna go down to my secret laboratory and mourn the loss of our relationship. Come Computer. Yes, Mr. Harmon. Continue research project. Omega Amadeus. Omega Amadeus online. Pretty fucking interesting.
Meanwhile,
I'm on the edge of my
in the
seat.
parking lot.
Yeah. All right. I obey your command. Omega Amadeus, seek out all female life forms and annihilate them. I am online. I am programmed to comply.
Meanwhile, in the parking lot, your mother was shitty. I'll be your mother. I'll be there for you.
CG wall explodes. Eliminate all women. Cars exploding.
Meanwhile, in the parking lot, yes, I have one of those weird squeezing vaginas. So embarrassing, but it squeezes and stimulates a penis unlike any other vagina that's ever been.
Car door rips off. A giant robot hand grabs your body, lifts you into the air, and Omega Amadeus looks at you with its gleaming red eye and says, state your primary function or be exterminated.
Honestly loving.
Oh. Little tiny robot dick emerging from tiny hatch.
Just put it right here.
Affirmative.
It'll be okay.
Input acceptable.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, see, just all right. Thank you for coming to a very special Harmontown.
Thanks for coming to Harmontown.
As in short bus special.
I'd like to thank some people. Katie Levine on audio, Scott McKeever, Emily Gordon, producer of the live show, Danielle Kramer, Justin Marshall, podcast producer, Mo, on-site director, and Jenny Fine, the fine artist. Thank you guys so much for coming. Have a great night. Drive safely.
Thank you, Erin McGathy, for comptrolling. Thank you guys. You're a wonderful crowd. See you next week.